Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 25 updates and spoilers. Happy eviction day. Maybe. We'll find out. We're going to talk about it. All right. So, our house guests of the day are Autumn Christensen and Roy Rogers. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so much. So, thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla. Woo! And I also want to thank yesterday's super chatters because that's another fantastic way to support us and our channel. So Wendy Will, Nanita Madrano, Angela H, Jefferson Tucker, Jody Cortez, Mary Ellen L, William Dang, True Teddy, Dean Thomas, Carla S, Jump, Robert Smith, and Jason. We didn't get to thank you yesterday, Jason, because your super chat came in after we ended our stream. But thank you so much for all of your super chats. We really appreciate that. Yay. Okay, we have a bunch of stuff to talk about. So, when we left off yesterday, we've got Jag and Blue up on the block. They're gearing up for that final campaign push before the eviction. Or at least Jag was anyway. Jag was campaigning his butt off, right? He was really going for it, putting in all the work. Blue, on the other hand, seemed kind of clueless. Like she didn't even realize that she should be campaigning. I don't know, but it's weird because like they were saying, she campaigned so much for Riley when Riley was up on the block, but now Blue is up there and she wasn't even really attempting to campaign. I don't know if it was just like she thought she was good and people were telling her that she was good, which she is at this point, but like she hasn't been all week. So despite this dichotomy of Jag campaigning his butt off, Blue not really doing anything, it was looking like Jag would be leaving this week. Sari, Izzy, Felicia, and Mimi all agree it's just not worth it to put a target on all of their backs just to save Jag, who they're really not that close with anyway. And they're thinking, like, why go against Cameron and Red now when they're not really targeting us yet? Let's just do what they want, keep them calm, and ride out Legend 25 just in case Red wins HOH next week. But if anybody from their group wins, Red and Cameron on the block. Okay, so in other news, we've been seeing Corey cuddling up to America at night, but yesterday morning, he was throwing her under the bus to Izzy hard. He's saying he wants America out in the next few weeks. He doesn't think that she's good for his game, and he's really nervous about being up on the block next to her at some point because he feels like if he was up there with her, he would be the one leaving, probably. He really is struggling with this, though, because he feels like an a-hole for wanting her out when she's been opening up to him on a personal level, right? She told him that she went to Brown. But anyway, we also got more information about the secret power yesterday. We now know that Sari, Matt, and Jag all played for it. We don't have any like official confirmation on the fourth player. It seems like it could have been either Corey or Felicia. Those are like the top two candidates for it. It's looking more like Corey, I think. We didn't know who won the power at the time, during yesterday's spoiler, but we can now confirm that it was Matt. Matt has the power of invincibility. So is he going to do anything with it this week? Jag is like really close with him, but is he going to try to save him? Is he going to save that power just in case he's in danger next week? We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but at least now we know that Matt has the power. So, all right, we've got Jared, Izzy, and Felicia chatting in the comics room, and Izzy is asking Jared, like, where are you at with this vote? And he says he's just thinking about it. He's not really more one way or the other. Come on. We know which way you're thinking, right? Jared does not want to vote Blue out. But yeah, he says he's in the middle. So Jared says no matter who stays, if Red wins HOH next week, our group is going to be in trouble. But if we keep Blue, Cameron and Red are not going to be on high alert going into next week, right? They're going to think that everything's all good, Legend 25 is intact, and they don't need to worry. So Jared is definitely pushing that opinion. He's also saying, I don't trust Jag. So the feeds cut for a few minutes. There was still a lot of feed cuts yesterday. Basically, anytime Matt would probably talk about his power with Suri, we didn't get to see that. So it's a bummer. But anyway, when the feeds come back, Felicia is telling Izzy and Jared that she wants to know why Jared keeps calling Corey selfish. What's going on there? So Felicia says, Corey is telling me that whenever we feel America needs to go, she can go. So Jared says, yeah, Corey knows that that's what people want to hear. Jared is very familiar with this concept because he does the exact same thing when he's talking about Blue. But as we've seen this week, Jared is not willing to vote out Blue whenever people want him to. So Jared is calling Corey selfish again. He says, Corey keeps telling me that we need to keep Blue and America around, but he's only saying that because he wants me and Blue to be a target in front of him and America. He wants to use us as a shield. He says Corey is selfish as shit. Selfish as shit. Selfish. And he really thinks that he has people fooled. So Jared and Izzy both say that they're just playing along with whatever Corey is saying, but they know what's really up. Do you know? I do genuinely think that Corey wants to ditch America soon because I think he's nervous that maybe she's a little bit more erratic in her gameplay than he is. And I think that makes him nervous, right? And there is also the concern. He's like, oh my God, I'm going to have a bigger target on me because we're Showmance. And if we're up on the block together, I'm going to be the one leaving. But they're not buying it. They don't think that Corey wants to ditch America anytime soon. So Jared says Corey is all for himself and he would never tell them if he won the secret power. You didn't even think he was going to get voted in. So, but Jared says, Corey's a problem that I'll deal with. And it seems like he's going to say later, but the feed's cut, so we don't know. But when the feeds come back, they're back to the discussion about this week's vote. Izzy says there seem to be more arguments to vote Jag out than to keep him, right? More cons than pros. So she brings up how she asked Jag what the future would look like after Cameron and Red are gone, right? Because Jag's all about, I want to take Cameron and Red out, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, that's great. But like, what are you going to do after that? So Izzy feels like Jag didn't really give her a concrete answer, and that just means to her that she's not really a part of his long-term plans. So Jared says, you know what? Everybody's saying that they want Jag to stick around. Like one of the pros for Jag staying would be that he's a strong competitor and he can go up against Red and Cameron. But Jared says, I don't need Jag to win competitions for me. I believe in myself enough to know that I don't need this mother effer to win for me. You sure about that, DeLong? I'm still peeing my pants about DeLong and what were the other ones? Goland, Elongda. I can't. Anyway, Jared is very confident in his competition skills. At least somebody is, right? So Felicia agrees. She doesn't need Jag to win for her either. At least she's won something. But she says, honestly, Jag is a good shield. So that is something that she is considering. So she's also still not sure that she believes that Red would put Blue and America up on the block if he wins HOH. The crazy thing, though, is that Red really would do that. Red would put Blue and America up on the block, and America would be his target. Absolutely insane. Yes, DeLong. Okay. Jared says as a con for Jag, or I guess it's a pro for Jag leaving. He says once the alliance of 8, level 25, is done, Red and Cameron are going to target you guys. It's just going to be open season. So the longer you can keep up the appearance that alliance is still a thing, you should be okay with Red and Cameron, meaning you should vote out Jag because that's what Red and Cameron want. Oh yeah, Dongle, that's another one. Dongel. Okay. So there were a bunch more like repetitive conversations about the vote. They were rehashing the same things over and over. We don't need to go through every little conversation because we've already heard it many times. So then Suri and Jared chat in the comics bedroom, and Suri says, I'm not sure what to tell Matt to do. So we didn't get to see the conversation of Matt telling Cirie that he has the power, but we now know that Matt has told Cirie he has the power. And it seems like Matt is waiting for his instructions from Cirie about what to do with said power. I mean, even when Cirie doesn't win the power herself, she still has the power. It's crazy. But anyway, Cirie and Jared are talking about how the power works. Cirie says Matt has to tell Big Brother on Thursday morning if he wants to use it or not. So if Matt were to use the power to save Jag, and everybody votes for Jag to go, then Blue and Jag would both stay, right? The power would have been used successfully. Jag stays. Okay. And if that was the case, they would basically like reset the week. Everything would start from the beginning again, and Cameron and Matt would both be eligible to play for the HOH. Now, if Matt uses the power to save Jag and then they vote Blue out, Blue would still be evicted, right? Because the power wasn't used on her. But this would not count as Jag. Sorry, not Jag. This would not count as Matt using the power. So he would still be able to use it next week. Interesting. Okay. So that's all we got to hear about that, because then the feeds cut away. Ugh. No, the power only lasts for this eviction and next week's eviction, right? And if it's not used by then, it's expired. It's gone. Okay. So, wow. Okay, Blue is starting to campaign a little bit. She's keeping it in the family. And she's talking to her mother-in-law, Cirie, in the storage room, who apparently Blue does suspect that Cirie is Jared's mom, but I guess maybe she's just like hedging her bets and like getting closer to Felicia as well, just in case, since Jared did not give her the full truth and nothing but the truth. So anyway, Blue is telling Cirie, I really want people to realize that I'm a strong player on my own. I am not just, Jared's showmance. I'm not just close with Jag. I am here to compete, and I want to be somebody that people can come to and strategize with. Okay, but like, you haven't really been doing that yet. You haven't been talking a lot of game with a lot of people, so maybe you should start doing that. But Blue says she's had a hard time so far. Her inner circle has been getting plucked off one by one, and she hasn't really had the chance to show her true strengths in the competitions yet. So Blue says, looking at her own game, she feels like she has good relationships with people, but she doesn't have a lot of super solid things going on with a lot of people. She says she doesn't have her shit together yet, and that's okay. That's fine. That's what she says. So she says, whichever way the vote goes this week, it's going to be a really transitional moment for me in this game. Well, yeah, like if you stay, you stay. But if you're voted out, you're going to be transitioning to the outside, back into your real life. But yeah, she says, if I stay, I can start playing the game my way, and it'll be somewhat of a clean slate for me. Will it? I mean, I'd love to see it, but is that the case? So Cirie wants to know, what does that look like to you? What is your clean slate? So Blue says, I want to build my relationships up more within the 7 Deadly Sins Alliance. Really solidify those bonds. And Cirie's like, I offered you an olive branch right at the beginning of the game. I said I wanted to work with you in whatever capacity you'd like to work with me. Clearly, like, they didn't really get that close, but Cirie says that olive branch is still there, and I'm still open to working with you. She says, I wanted to work with you from the moment I saw you. So Cirie wants to work with everybody. So anyway, Blue says, I 100% agree. She says it'd be great to work with Cirie, and people wouldn't expect it. So Cirie says, yeah, well, I'm open for you to stay in this game and for us to work together again in any capacity that you would like. So she does let Blue know the plan at this time is for Blue to stay. So Cirie says, we need to keep it quiet, though, that we're going to be working together. So keep your mouth shut. All right. So Jag was also still out on the campaign trail, still doing that dang thing. He was talking to Felicia in the bathroom, and it was mostly the same campaign points that we've already been hearing. He's targeting Cameron and Red. He'll be a shield for everybody against Cameron and Red. And, he's going to be at the top of their hit list. So he will be taking a nomination spot away from somebody else, right? And he also says to Felicia, hey, if you guys get rid of me, you're going to be doing Cameron and Red's dirty work. Is that really something you want to do? He was telling select people that he did get to play for the secret power, but he lost. And then he was talking about how loyal he is. More loyal than Blue. So we got some new stuff here, some new content in Jag's campaigning. Jag says, Blue mentioned to me that she was questioning things, including the Seven Deadly Sins Alliance. Uh-oh. Jag and Blue kind of agreed that they weren't really going to talk negatively about each other, but I think Jag's getting a little nervous. So Jag says Blue has been wondering if this is the right squad for her. She feels like she's at the bottom of the group. And Jag says, I don't know if she would actually do anything about that, try to get another group together or go against this one. But she has been saying that she has her doubts. And Jag says it's unfortunate that she's having these doubts because he is the one who vouched for her to be in the group in the first place. So Jag says even a seed of doubt is dangerous. All right. So he says Blue is playing a more individual game and he's playing a more team-oriented game. So Felicia's asking, how do you think it's going? And Jag says, I think that things are lining up the best that they can right now. He thinks he has the votes. No, Jag. So he says, keeping me will be safer for everyone, except for Cameron and Red, obviously. But yeah, we're getting some deja vu here from the week that Riley was up on the block. Jag thinks that he has the votes. Everyone is telling him oh, I'll vote for you to stay if everyone else is on board. And that's the kiss of death, right? If you're on Big Brother and you start hearing that, it's not good. You're in trouble. So yeah, he's thinking he has the votes. And it's very much the situation of Cirie, Izzy, Felicia all saying well, do you have Corey and America? Are they actually on board? And then Corey and America are being do you have Cirie, Izzy, and Felicia? So it's very similar to what we were seeing the week that Riley was up on the block. So Cirie is encouraging Jag, get all your potential voters in a room together so we can all say to each other's faces how we're voting. All right. So Jag tells Corey about this. He's like, yeah, I got to get everybody together. And Corey's very confused why Jag thinks that he has the votes. Now, Corey doesn't realize that earlier in the week, Cirie and friends told Jag, we're keeping you. We have the votes. It's good to go. We got this. And now they're being wishy-washy with Jag, right? They're being a little more vague. So Corey was not a part of that whole almost flip, right? So he doesn't know why Jag feels that he has the votes. So Corey goes to Cirie to ask, what the F is going on? Why is Jag telling me that you're telling him to get a group together to ask about all our votes? And Cirie cannot stop laughing. Cirie is laughing her ass off at the idea of Jag getting a group together and asking about all their votes, laughing about Jag thinking that he has the votes. It was really sad, honestly. I did not like it. I did not like that side of Cirie. Ugh. So Corey's panicking. He's like, oh my God, what are we supposed to say if Jag has this meeting? Are we going to tell him that we're not voting for him? Are we going to tell him that we are voting for him? What are we doing? So Cirie is telling Corey, just don't go to the meeting, right? Just stay away. Just make sure that you are not with the whole group because we don't need this meeting actually happening. Cirie was like, I don't know why I told Jag to have a meeting. No. So anyway, then Corey and America are chatting and Corey's cluing America in on what's happening. And America is pissed that everybody's playing around with Jag and not giving him a definitive answer. So America says, you know what? If Jag has this meeting and he asks me first how I'm voting, I'm going to say I'm keeping him. She says, I'm tired of Cirie, Izzy, and Felicia's bullshit. And America says, yeah, I'd throw them under the bus. I'd call their bluff because she would like to keep Jag if that's a possibility, right? So she'd be fine telling Jag, yeah, I'm keeping you. And then seeing Suri, Izzy, and Felicia squirm trying to come up with an answer. So Corey's like, yeah, I don't think we should do that because Jag is going to be leaving tomorrow no matter what. And we need to stay good with people. We can't be causing waves right now. So America is just like, she's ready to start some stuff. She's like, I'm going to turn into a gremlin. Uh-oh. She said, let's all get into a room and let's see what Suri the mastermind comes up with. Oh, okay. I mean, I like this energy. I'd like to see some opposition here, right? Because Suri's had it pretty easy so far. So America's like, or should I just tell Jag that he doesn't have the votes? So Corey's like, let's just leave it for now. Like, we don't need this to blow up. Let's back away and see how things progress here. So Corey says he's only looking out for their games. He mentions he keeps hearing America's name coming up a lot, especially the last day or so. And Corey says, apparently Red effing hates you. He's like, I don't know why, but that's what I'm hearing. Uh-oh. So America says, well, if that's the case, maybe we should keep Jag. You know, if Red hates me that much, I'm obviously going to be a target for him. So why don't we keep Jag to go against Red, right? And Corey's like, no. Ugh. So Corey says he's losing his effing mind right now. He does not want them blowing up all the stuff that they have going on. So a few minutes later, America chats with Jag in the bathroom, and America's like, I don't like how sketchy everybody's being with you. And she says it's the same shit from the Riley week. And Jag's like, no, it's not. What? They're down to keep me. And America's like, no, Jag, no. That's just what they're telling you. So Jag is like, no, they're down to keep me. You and Corey are down to keep me. And America's like, yeah, I am 100% down to keep you. But I don't trust like Suri, Izzy, Felicia. So Jag's like, all right, well, I just need to get everybody in a room together. Jag, didn't you see what happened with Riley? So America's like, it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't have to get everybody in a room to say how they're voting to each other's faces, right? If they actually want to keep you, they'll tell you they're keeping you. So Jag is not listening to this. He's insisting that he has the votes. He feels like he has 8 votes, and the only people that will be voting to evict him are Red and Bowie. So America's like, I don't know. I'm just really skeptical. She says that whole group is an effing mess, right? You can't believe what they're saying. And she says, again, she wants to keep Jag, and she genuinely does, but she feels like that group is playing games again. So America's like, I don't even know if I can trust Corey at this point. I'm not sure that he's with me. Apparently Red hates my ass face. And, Corey is not willing to go up against Red, So I don't know what's going on here. So Jag is like, America, I don't know why you're being like this. Like, you're spiraling right now. He just does not get it. He's not listening to what she's saying. So then America chats with Blue in the scary bedroom. And America says, Suri is giving Jag false hope. And she tells Blue, you don't have to worry because this vote is not flipping. You're fine. You're good. But America's really upset that everybody's playing games with Jag and no one's calling them on it. So America, again, brings up how Red apparently hates her. And also, Corey told America, I need to distance myself from you so that we don't end up on the block together. So Blue's like, ew, I don't like that energy from Corey. I mean, I also wouldn't be getting Showmance advice from Blue. But anyway, America's like, why can't Corey and I just go against Red together? Why is he trying to distance himself from me? Why can't we be more like Brendan and Rachel or Jeff and Jordan? Ooh. So, you can tell America really wants this Showmance with Corey to happen. And Corey is like, no. But America says us not spending time together during the day and then cuddling at night isn't going to fool anyone. People are going to see through that. So Blue says, Corey doesn't realize that you being in a Showmance with him is helping him exponentially with the viewers. And America's like, is it? Like, she doesn't think Corey got voted in to play for the power. Again, we don't know if he got voted in or not. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did get voted in and he just didn't tell America. But anyway, she's saying, "I don't think it really helps that much. Like, he didn't get voted in." And Blue's like, "No, you guys got together too late, like after voting closed or whatever." But Blue says, "You guys, Corey needs to step it up and start making moves that are going to benefit both of you, not just him." So America says she feels like Sari, Izzy, and Felicia are trying to make Corey and her look bad with this Jag vote, right? They're making it look like it's her and Corey making the decision if Jag should stay or go. It's the same thing that happened when Riley was on the block. And she says they're really throwing us under the bus to Jag, and that's not okay. Especially since they're the ones with the majority of the votes, right? Sari is calling the shots here. So America just doesn't understand why Jag trusts that group so much. They lie to him constantly. So anyway, America asks, how's everything going with you and Jared? And it sounds like we didn't get to see this on the feeds. We saw like a small snippet of Blue and Jared's tiff, but apparently they had some sort of a spat and Jared apologized for it. But Blue is not about it right now. Blue says, I haven't been giving him the time of day, honestly. She says, I'm not in the mood right now. Everything that has to do with Jared and all that is the furthest thing from my mind right now, right? She has woken up. She's ready to play this game and try to stay. So she says, this day was a wake up call for me. And I realized I need to focus on my next steps and what I'm doing in this game. She says she doesn't have the time or patience for Jared right now. Please let this be real. Please. I just have a terrible feeling, though, that Blue's going to snap right back into it with Jared. But we can dream, right? So America's like, don't worry, Blue. I have your back. Like, you got me. And Blue says, we just really need to make sure that Red does not win this next HOH. Yeah, I mean, Blue and America are Red's potential nominees if he wins. So let's talk about some quick things from last night. Blue talked to Felicia, and Blue said, I'm going to be gunning hard for that HOH. And she told Bowie, Cameron, and Red that she would be throwing this next HOH competition, but she says that was just to make them feel comfortable. Okay, good. Because when I heard her say yesterday to Bowie that she was going to throw the HOH, I was like, what? Why are you saying this? So I'm glad that she's not serious about that. Girl, she's getting in the game. So that's good. Anyway, we also saw last night Corey talk to America again, and he's up in the ante here. He's already told America Red hates you, but now he's also saying, I heard that Red called you a bitch. Did he really though, or no? Because like I don't recall Red using the word bitch about America. I'm not saying that it couldn't have happened. I did not see it or hear it personally, and I feel like this could just be a little bit of a tale that Corey is telling. But America is pissed when she hears this, and she's like, I want to call Red out. I want to call him out right now. So Corey is talking her down. He's like, please don't mess up our games. Okay, so then a little later, Corey tells Izzy about all of this. He's like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have told America that. He says he was trying to make sure that America would put Cameron and Red up on the block if she were to win HOH. And he feels like, yes, he did accomplish that. She wants them on the block now. But he's also nervous that America is going to blow things up. Uh-oh. I mean, I'd love to see it. I think it would be a lot of fun. But Corey is pushing also that everybody should just lie to Jag about their votes. Tell him that they're voting to keep him, and then they just blindside him. That's the cowardly way. Blah. But yeah, Izzy's into it. Sari's like, okay, let's do it. Like everybody's jumping on board with that plan. So the have-nots got to eat at midnight, blah, blah, blah. Okay, moving on. Jag never had his big meeting last night. And everyone, except for like Bowie and Red, were lying to him. They were all lying to him that they were voting to keep him. That's just so sad. Today, everyone's been continuing with the lie. I just feel so bad for Jag. He thinks he's staying. We did see, though, today, America has expressed to Sari that she wants to tell Jag ahead of time that he's going. And Sari said that she's on board with that. Oh, you are now? So I'm not sure when exactly they're going to tell him, but I don't see America not telling him. I think she's going to tell him whether she gets permission or not. But Jag should be leaving unanimously tonight unless Matt decides to use the power of invincibility. So again, we know that Jag and Matt are pretty tight. The only thing here, though, is that Matt is like super tight with Suri now. He's asking Suri what he should do with the power. I feel like Suri would advise him not to use the power, right? I feel like Suri would want him to hold on to that until next week. Say if like she was in trouble or something. Hi,
Bowie Jane is here.
Yay! Oh, he's giving Lammy kisses.
Oh.
Good babies. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Suri would tell him not to use it, and I feel like he would listen, which is a lot. But yeah, we don't know for sure. So we'll have to see on tonight's episode. But I want to thank all of our super chatters. Mary Ellen L, thank you so much as always.
Go from the chat.
Okay. We can do that. Susie Loy, thank you so much. Susie says, really appreciate all you do. Well, we really appreciate you guys. So we thank you for being here. Autumn Pond, thank you so much. Autumn says, can I get 2 hollers for $2? Holla, holla. Thanks so much, Autumn. We really appreciate it. Okay. Deleting the person that spelled out the F word. Ricky Star, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the generous super chat. We really appreciate that. Ricky says, thanks for all the updates and recaps through the years. Been watching you guys since 2007. Oh my goodness. When you were reviewing So You Think You Can Dance, America's Next Top Model, The Bachelor, seen you grown up, Maddie. Congrats on married life. Been a big BB for years. Who is your winner pick after seeing the house guests for a month? First of all, thank you so much for sticking with us. Oh my God, 2007. That's like pretty much around when we started, maybe a little bit after, but like, oh my God, thank you. I hope you've seen the growth. I think we've come a really long way. But thank you so much. And thanks for the congratulations. Who is my winner pick after seeing the house guests? I mean, it seems like so many people want to hand it to Sarit at this point, right? It's absolutely wild. So I think honestly, she's got a good shot, but I also do think there will come a point where she's going to have people coming after her like America. If they don't get rid of her in the near future, I think she's going to target Suri, but like who else would be a potential winner?
Corey?
I don't know. Corey's got a lot of eyes on him right now. Maybe he'll be able to wiggle out of that with some other people becoming targets and he'll be able to slip under the radar. I don't know. It's tough to say. I think Felicia could be around for a bit. Maybe she's got a chance. I don't know. Who's everybody else's winner pick? I want to know. But thank you again. Chillin' X Squid. Did I say that right? Thank you so much. And they said, keep it up, sis. You got it. Thank you. Jefferson Tucker, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Alex Paredes, thank you so much. Alex says, America for HOH. It would be very interesting. I wonder how much she would listen to Corey, who would be trying to convince her not to make a big move, and how much America would be like, F it, I'm doing what I want. So it'd be interesting for sure. I could be into that. Susie Jill, thank you so much. Steve Schultz, thank you so much for your super chat. And Steve says, America for HOH tonight, just to shake things up. Right? It would be very interesting. Let's see it.
Anybody but Jared.
Oh,
and
God.
Blue.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't do a Jared and Blue HOH because we don't need that.
You don't have that many Clorox wipes.
No, they're going to run out of wipes. Ugh. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I am done with Jared. I've had enough. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but I can't. So thank you all for watching. We will be back tonight for the episode recap. I feel like we're not going to see the HOH on tonight's episode.
Why?
I feel like this season they've been more into like putting on Sunday's show. Plus, we're gonna have to see like the secret power competition play out today, and I feel like that's gonna take up a lot of time. So I feel like they're probably going to put tonight's HOH on Sunday, but hopefully the feeds will be back. We'll be back not super late tonight, and if I'm still awake when they come back, I'll put the winner in the info for this spoiler. But yeah, we'll be talking about it all tomorrow too. So thanks so much for being here. We'll see you later. And until next time, much love. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye.